we're back with some more A Broken Sword. I need to do double check. Right, so that's where it's going to be. Cool. So I did part 1 a little while ago, and back with part 2. Just trying to think where we got to, really. I did like 2 or 3 hours of it, and I know it does take around 8 hours, I think. I do have a website that can tell me. Let's have a look. So 10 hours. So yeah, I did 2 hours of it. So if I'm doing 2-hour slots, then it's going to take about 4 or 5 streams to do it. So that's where we are. So from what I remember, I managed to do the little intro bit, got introduced to some of the main characters of the game. It seems to be a little thing that's going on is there. So got introduced to Nicole, got introduced to the Inspector, which I imagine are going to come up a bit later. So there was an explosion at a cafe. We were witness to it because the main character, I can't remember the name of the main character off the top of my head now, was right outside of it. He basically went into investigator mode because he's a journalist, and he just decided to make it his mission to find out what happened. Met up with another fellow journalist, I guess, a French lady called Nicole. I think it was Nicole. Well, we'll find out who she is. Talked to her for a little bit. We impersonated an inspector to get some more information about some things. Found out a little bit more about who the killer was, or the bomber in this case. We know his identity from some of the things he left behind because he was dressed up in a clown costume, and we've found some evidence of stuff he left behind when he was running away, so scraps of clothing and stuff, and we were able to find some evidence at the clothing shop or fancy dress shop and stuff like that. So we know his identity. We know that he's a guy with a scar down one eye. We know where he's staying. So it's just finding where he is next. I think the stopping point that I got to, we were just possibly going back to Nicole's place to see if she knew any more information. So that's what we're going to do. So hopefully all of my sound levels and stuff are correct. The capture seems to be working, so let's jump in. Right, okay.
The window was full of overpriced clothes for overprivileged women.
Okey-doke. Now, I think we've spoken to this woman before, so I don't know whether anything's going to have changed.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing?
I don't think we're going to get an awful lot out of this woman.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
Would you like to shake my hand?
No, I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
Did I show you this tool?
Yes, my dear.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Okay. Don't think there's a way to go off. Right.
There was no way of lifting the securely locked blind. The vacant shop was sealed with a steel blind.
Yeah, just
I
walk into
found
an
the
apartment.
address of the hotel where Khan the killer stayed.
Yeah? Is he still there?
If he is, he's changed his name. Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
Wow, he's brutal. I don't know if the tone was supposed to be like that, but
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
right. So Todrick is the fancy fancy dress person.
No
Sorry.
point in phoning that guy again.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Yeah, you showed me before.
So all of these I showed her.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go back to the Hotel Ubu, I guess. Whatever those two thugs are after must be important.
Well, I guess there's my clue. Back to the Ubu, I guess. So there is a way to access my inventory to use an object with something. But I can't remember what it is. Okay, spacebar. No, so... Right, okay. Let's see what's around with the hotel. There was an alleyway, so I don't know if I can... There's something to do out the back, perhaps. Already been kind of frisked by the two dudes. I mean, is there a way to actually put the nose on? I mean, there doesn't actually seem to be anything down here to interact with. So
Excuse me.
Yeah?
It's no good pretending you don't understand me.
For the last time, get lost.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't? What if I call the cops?
First, I break your arms at the elbows and wrists. Then, when you recover consciousness, I break your fingers.
There's just one flaw in your plans, Ape-Man.
What's that?
It's broad daylight. I don't think even you would assault me on a busy street. Of course, this tranquil square at the end of a cul-de-sac, this isolated corner of Paris that hasn't seen a street sweeper's brush since VE Day, this would be just about perfect for a mugging. Pardon me, I'm about to get very lost.
Get lost, creep.
okay.
Hey, Shorty! Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw it.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
Forget it. Excuse me.
Yeah? Get lost, creep.
Well, can't fool them. So we spoke to this woman. Can I use the hand buzzer on him?
Hello again. May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there.
So there is something upstairs. We can talk to the front desk. So I can't remember which door is the one. I think it's the third on the right.
The sign on the door read 22. If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room.
So I don't think we'll be getting through. So I've somehow got to. There's either another object I need, or I've somehow got to sweet talk the front desk. I mean, why can't I put on the red nose? That's the thing.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
So I've got to distract them somehow.
What now, monsieur?
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Is this Merlin room 22?
I couldn't say. It's a bad likeness.
This photo was taken by one of Europe's most promising photojournalists.
Vraiment? What does he use? A pinhole camera?
Hey, shake my hand.
I have already explained why I would rather not.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Non, monsieur.
What do you make of this tissue?
You have shown me that already, monsieur.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You were trying to steal that key, no?
No way. It was the register of guests staying at the hotel.
Oh, I wonder if I can smear it on the register? No.
The figure of a sexless youth was frozen in mid-skip with a silly grin on its stone lips.
Wait, it said to come back to the hotel. I mean, it looks like I
I
need
figured
to
the
do
lady at the keys wouldn't appreciate a duet with a musical illiterate like me.
something maybe got to do with the piano.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
I just couldn't bring myself to use the buzzer on this dear lady. Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow
Aha.
a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
I guess I
Yes.
am.
Good heavens, I must be dreaming.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Aha! Progress. Here we go.
I say, you there, flunky.
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
Ta-da! I have a key. I believe it's the one at the end.
It wasn't the right key for the door.
Oh, did they say 20? 21? Can't exactly read the numbers there.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Uh-huh.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
I don't know what that is. I'm just going to rifle through the drawers of a mystery room.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Because of French stereotypes, perhaps? Out the window we go. Oh my god.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
A briefcase, eh? We'll definitely have a look in that. Is that clothes?
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty. The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
Okay. Aha.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Oh, we're gonna hide in a wardrobe, are we? Okay. He left his trousers behind.
I couldn't believe my luck when I found two items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
Might as well go out the window and through the other way. Does that mean there's going to be somewhere on the map to go? Let's see if I can phone Nicole and tell her.
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. That was Hello, George.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has 1,000,000 faces. Do you want this key?
No, thank you, darling.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
I got the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am.
So I wonder whether when I go out the door they're gonna take all that shit off me.
I have to go, ma'am. Hello again. Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't. Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
I mean, that guy has been useless.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Oh no.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Well, there we go. So what's Rue Jerry? Well, I found some extra information.
What do you think I should do next?
I think you should look for clues at the hotel.
I guess so. May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Don't think there's anything extra that's come up. No. Still wants me to look at the hotel.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go back to the Hotel Ubu, I guess. Whatever those two thugs are after must be important.
Well, I suppose I could talk to the thugs about the items I've collected, but Although I could ask the woman about these 2 items. See if she knows.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, but I can tell you one thing. There's no such place as the Club à la Mue in Paris.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about this security pass?
I can tell it doesn't belong to you.
How come?
Give me some credit. If you're an electrician, I'll eat my antirrhinums.
You're a remarkably talented lady. No. See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Okay, let's go ask the this guy about.
Hey, Shorty. I didn't think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for, but you picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobart is on the case. That's Stobart. 2 B's and 2 T's. It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm. Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not like your tone.
Oh, yeah? And what are you gonna do about it?
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
It is just a matchbook. Why should I recognize?
Hey, Shorty. I didn't think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for. Maybe you'll spread the... It sounded impressive to me. Still...
I do not.
Oh, yeah?
If you do not, without thinking,
Do you know a guy called Merlin?
no.
Why does it go through that entire speech just to get to no? What the fuck?
Excuse me.
Yeah? Get lost, creep.
I mean, the only thing else I can do is perhaps ask the person at the front desk.
What now, monsieur?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur. What now, monsieur?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
I mean, it does mean that possibly need to get into the safe.
There was nothing in the wardrobe.
Did I miss something in the room then?
If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Something else to look at. I mean, he took off his trousers. Did he put anything in his briefcase then?
I searched the interior of the briefcase,
But, as I'd half expected, it was empty.
I mean, he didn't put anything in the wardrobe.
The assassin had been too smart to leave.
What have I not done then? I think I've told everyone about everything. Basically.
The door was locked.
I mean, am I going to need to distract the woman again? To,
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Hello, George. Yes, George.
Would you like to keep Merlin's pass as a memento?
No, darling. My broken heart is reminder enough.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I own the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
What a dainty little walk.
haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Well, are they going to nab it from me?
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Is this what you're after, Guido?
See, that's it.
Ah.
I can explain everything. Well, almost everything.
Too late. You're on your way to feed the fishes.
I'm allergic to fish. I break out in blotches when I eat tuna.
Let's go.
Ah. Sometime later. Ah! I never knew that you could do a game over. I was literally killed.
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Hey, I've got something awesome to show you.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
A surprise.
Oh, I don't like mysteries, George.
I can't tell you just now, but I'll come show you soon.
Okay, it sounded a bit weird.
It was the ancient manuscript which Khan had stolen from Plantau.
Okay. So I can't go out the front door because I'll get murdered.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George.
George, what can I do for you now?
This is what Merlin was so keen to hide.
Really? Well, that fuss for a sample of wallpaper.
It's some kind of manuscript, and it looks to be very old.
If I was you, I'd keep it well out of sight until you're clear of this place.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I could roll it up and put it down my pants.
No, that wouldn't do at all. You'd attract far too much attention.
Dick joke. Right.
Hello again. Have you ever seen this old manuscript before? You know what it is, don't you?
You are in great danger. Put the manuscript back and leave here.
What's going on?
I can say no more.
Okay. Oh, could I drop it down the alleyway? I'll drop it. That's why. Yes. If I go out the window and because that's why it said I could.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
There we go. So we go back in, and then we go out the door. We're making progress. It's always good when I can make progress and not be stuck. I'm wanting to rage quit the game. I mean, I'm no. That's why I named the series Point and Click and Suck a Dick, because it's.
Hold it right there.
Sometimes I don't
Search
get the
him
logic.
again, Black.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
And I never thought you could die in a point and click. That's...
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out. You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
I mean, some of the dialogue is a bit hammy, but...
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Whoa.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh yeah, maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse.
Okay.
Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem.
He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Treasure, eh?
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, Josh. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it. I found Plantow's briefcase in the killer's hotel room. It was empty, of course. Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
So worried. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Kroon Museum. I'll give you the address.
So, new place to go?
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Okay.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A
Latin
trick?
class.
I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Okay. Did I speak to her about these?
I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him, or the company.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue. A name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir.
I mean, maybe it comes in useful later.
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
We're off to the museum. Or something. I mean, maybe she might know.
Oh,
something?
hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
No, she
See you
doesn't.
later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Right, off to the museum. There you go. Museum Kroon. I mean, I don't know if I should be heading to the police station to do anything.
A real macho guy would have plunged straight into the spiky, scratchy bushes. Not me. I considered smashing my fist through the pane, wrenching open the window, and vaulting triumphantly into the building. Then I thought, no, that's dumb. Besides, I might get hurt.
I mean, you could just go through the door, no? This guy's weird.
Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian. It was a tapestry of a lady, a lion, and a unicorn. If I'd had more time, I could have stared at it all day. The case contained some fragments of pottery. They looked to me like broken flower pots. Above them, a sign read, L'Age Paléolithique.
Never heard of it.
The case contained 2 rows of silver coins. Each coin on the lower row showed a portrait of a guy with a huge nose. I looked down at a collection of tools with wooden handles and tarnished metal blades. There were knives, chisels, and spikes fanned out in a semicircle. I guess there's always been a need for home improvement. It was a large brass urn.
Oh, tripod.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Okay.
It was a statue from ancient Egypt. Those old civilizations sure could teach us a few things about art and beauty.
Watch out! You'll have that down on top of us!
The totem pole looked distinctly out of place in the setting of the museum. It was an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus with a beautifully painted effigy of its owner on the lid. It was a stone carving from ancient Egypt. I was no desecrator of tombs. Pardon me,
Oui,
The
monsieur?
guard, I
are
suppose.
you Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Not today.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John D.
John D. Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not
Not a
a sausage.
sausage.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, although people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No, no, no. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas
course.
you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Lobineau.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
When did they move out?
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished in the mists of time. Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
Okay.
Who was Philippe le Bel?
You don't know? Philippe IV, the King of France.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
I have no idea, monsieur. All I know is he was King of France. I don't even know why he was called Philippe le Bel.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you see? If I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history.
At your age? Dream on.
Okay.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisi came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Yeah, oui, they connect the market, cleaned up.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century, the Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
Okay. I thought this guy was full of shit. Maybe he is full of shit, but...
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
You don't know the first thing about those pots, do you?
No, monsieur.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh no, I don't frequent places like that.
Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not. Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
It was worth a try.
Thanks for your help. It was a statue from ancient Egypt.
Oh, there's a handle there. I wonder what the handle does.
The case contained a collection of rocks. They were all shapes and colors, but they were still rocks. Above them, a sign read, L'Âge Paléolithique. Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Forget it.
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill, and the fat falls on the open flames. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
Well, ahead of an explanation just for that.
The statue didn't deserve to be mauled by a Philistine like me. I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked. There was nothing in the urn. As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
Eh, no! No, monsieur. No.
No.
What's wrong?
You must not handle the exhibits.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, worth a try. There's nowhere else to go in this room. I mean, I found out a little bit of information.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
I mean, is it just a case of I need to distract him?
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
I think I've already asked
Pardon
him.
me.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not.
Do I go back to Nicole and tell her what I've found?
The tripod was definitely the one on the manuscript. The Templar connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
But
there was no obvious way into the building.
obvious way into the building. We're not going to smash that. Lots of back and forth. Lots of... Right, so we don't need to go back to Ubu to go to the... Oh, look, the airport. The airport? Are we just going to head off to Island? Let's go to the police station and see if there's anything extra.
Excuse me,
What do you want now?
is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Thank you, Moo.
I suppose I can ask him about the objects I've got. But...
What now, monsieur?
Do you know a pair of thugs called Flap and Guido?
I have known those two since they graduated from special school. Flap is a nasty piece of work, but Guido is the real brains of the partnership. Where did you hear of them?
I met them out front of the Hotel Ubu. Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
It's another one of the assumed names used by the killer.
Ah, the famous killer clown case.
Yeah. You might have forgotten all about it, but I still aim to find that guy. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur. I suggest you ask Sergeant Moo about that. God only knows why, but he collects matchbooks. He claims it is a hobby.
Did I show you this photograph?
Oui? You're still convinced he is the killer?
Absolutely. So long, Inspector.
Not really that...
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now, that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare, then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
Slough? Is that it?
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you, Sergeant?
Nothing, monsieur.
Hmm. So we have another name on our thing.
Hello?
Hi, it's George.
I have been reading about the Templars. You know, the politics of the Middle East at the time of the Crusades is fascinating.
Did you read anything about their treasure?
No, George?
I've made a rather interesting discovery at the Croon.
There's no need to sound so arch, George. What is it?
A tripod, attributed to the Knights Templar, and just like the one on the manuscript.
What of it?
What of it? Aren't you excited? The tripod was found in Ireland.
It sounds like a long shot to me. We have to research these Templar guys properly. Get the facts, the whole story.
And find their treasure.
Okay. I mean, do I just go to the airport? Okay, we're going to Ireland, I guess. Okay. Off we go. This is Ireland, apparently. Let's see how bad the Irish accents are.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Lochmarn. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day.
Oh, there's a trapdoor there for something.
I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside. Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
I'm George Stobart, and I'm with the good guys.
You're a head case, mister. A few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run from me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year. What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No, only...
What?
Oh, nothing.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. There's this clown, see? And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids. 10 kids if you count the wives.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No,
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
Oh, all right.
Gotcha. Neat, huh?
Didn't feel a thing.
Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir. I never seen it before in my life.
Take a look at this, McGuire.
It's an ID card. What of it?
Ever heard of Thomas Merlin or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh, there's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Loch Man.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worst. It was coming from inside the castle.
Okay.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but me legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Bloody place is haunted.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
I mean, it's not the greatest of Irish accents. But of course, there's a bloke playing a violin in an Irish pub. Of course, there is.
My name's George.
Pleased to meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. It wasn't a pint and I'll pass out.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go
What?
there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Check out this pass.
Yeah. It's yours, is it?
Not exactly. Do you recognize the name?
Thomas Merlin? No. Never heard of him.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No. At least I don't think so.
Look closely. He has a scar on his face.
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
See you later.
Oh God, there's so many people to speak to.
Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could, if you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Jesus Christ.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
No, you're the first today.
Seriously, I'm looking for a man dressed in a clown costume.
Would he be having a little white dog with a black patch over the eye?
I shouldn't think so. What can you tell me about the castle?
You're the second person to ask me that today. I don't know anything about the castle. It's only an old ruin anyway.
The second person?
Who else was asking about the castle?
He said he was a reporter. He was asking about the little people. I could have
What?
told him a tale or two about the little people. He might have paid me to hear what he wanted me to say. Anyway, I chucked him out on his arse.
Good for you, Mick. That's the way to deal with journalists.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Fair enough.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism?
Dial. Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
No. Should I?
Nah, it was a long shot. Thanks. The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it.
Don't know why you
Hi,
need town.
my name's Stobart, George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He just joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
That's right, Professor Stobart, Miskatonic
God.
University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement.
What excitement?
Do you know anything about Peagram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Peagram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavoured condoms, more likely.
Fair enough.
Is it true that Peagram found a valuable gem?
What? First I heard of it.
Where have you been, Pat? That gem is the talk of every town from Lochmahon to Ballydoon.
Nobody told me.
A lucky sod. So that's why he's scampered.
Did anyone from the village work at Peagram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Don't be fooled. This is the face of a psychopathic killer.
No. Well, there's one in the eye for me and my men.
Does this security pass mean anything to you?
Well, no.
I'm sure that there's items in my inventory that are just going to stay there. Probably stay there for the entire game. And I'm sure they're there just for kind of comic relief.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
Bye for now. Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
God.
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was
Whoa.
dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
Oh, crikey.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that, but he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Why has Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest, that's why. More than that, there's the question of an unsettled bill. Poor
Whoa.
Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary is what you call a would-be sophisticate. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Do you know where Pegram has gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
Oh no.
Thank the Lord for that.
Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that, I've seen it. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmar.
Oh no. I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Wow.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
What can you tell me about this ID pass?
Gruber Electronics. I've never heard of it.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The design is Middle Eastern, I'd say.
What do you make of this tissue?
I'd guess that muck on it is grease paint.
There's no fooling you, Mr. O'Brien. Goodbye for now. He wasn't listening.
Well, there you go.
Hi there, old-timer.
What?
Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner. Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
Oh dear, we've just taken a sip of it.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
Were you aware that Pegram was conducting an archaeological dig?
I don't meddle in other people's affairs. They don't interest me.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
I told you, I never heard of him.
Suspicious?
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochmarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure, with me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk in Lochmarn? That'll be the day.
Everyone seems to have a different description of it.
No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh!
Okay.
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
What?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Is that supposed to be you?
No, I don't have a scar on my face, and I'm not from the Middle East.
I can't tell without me glasses.
Without my glasses.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it. What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Take a look at this ID card.
Take a look. Oh, yes. Little plastic picture.
I don't suppose it means anything to you, does it?
No.
No.
I'll see you later.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Excuse me?
No customers behind the bar. Ever.
Well, we've only really got one person to ring.
Hello? Couleur. J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George.
Oh, hello, George. Where are you?
I'm in Ireland.
What's it like there?
Kinda sleepy. Comatose, even.
Did you get to talk to Picaram?
I haven't found him yet. I figured I'd call you first. Are you okay?
Oh, sure I am. Don't worry about me, George. Any signs of our friend the clown?
You're kidding. You probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
Wow, that was useful.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
No.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Maybe I
Did
should
Pegram
have said
stay
yes.
here?
That's right. In the best room in the house.
That's the one with the bed.
Can I see Pegram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a good full of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man.
Okay. I mean, I've showed him already.
Do you recognize this man?
You already asked.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So what's this significance?
I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last.
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
So we're coming back here at a certain point, I'd imagine, and we're going to be fiddling with stuff. Oh, hang on a second. I haven't finished my pint. It actually shows that I've nearly got down to the bottom.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it. Excuse me.
Does
Yes,
it
sir?
let me order another one?
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven.
Thanks.
Let's get completely pissed then, I guess.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink. I felt strangely compelled to...
Oh, I was thinking that it was actually going to do something, but maybe not. It said Patrick's up there. I thought it was named something else. McDevitt's. I wonder.
The workman's key was the obvious tool to use to open this trap door. It was specifically designed for a job like this. Unfortunately, there weren't any holes in the trap door.
Well, fuck me then, eh? Let's go to the castle. Who the fuck?
Hi, do you speak English?
Well, now, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice. Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Do you think Pegram's disappearance is due to the curse?
Look at the facts. He dug up the gem. He disappeared. Bingo. It doesn't take a degree in mathematics to work that one out, does it? You don't have to be a smarty Pythagoras with a calculator.
I guess not.
Pegram has run off with the gem.
Fair
What
enough.
can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Who built the castle?
Mad Phelan, the first lord of Lochmarn. Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more than a village chieftain. He built his castle from the remains of the Templar preceptory.
Ooh, more information.
Where was the site of the Templar preceptory?
Right here on Temple Hill. Phelan built right on top of the old wall. It's said that deep beneath these walls there's a Templar chapel.
Did Pegram discover the chapel?
I don't know. His workers were sworn to secrecy.
Do you mind if I climb up your haystack to get into the castle?
What? You'd break your stupid neck for sure. Do you think I'd stand by and see your brains dashed out?
I'd be very careful, and I promise not to sue.
You won't get the chance, not while I'm here to stop you.
Well, there's your clue.
Good book?
A book? It's a passport to a world of fantasy and imagination.
Yeah, what's the title?
Creative Shelving for Beginners, the 1978 edition.
What's so cool about Home Improvement?
There's nothing like it. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood, the rhythmic rasp of the plate. Ah, no wonder our Lord came to earth as the son of a humble carpenter. I bet he was a wizard with a chisel and a length or two before.
Two
Surely
before.
The betrayal of Christ's adoptive family as humble artisans is a symbolic metaphor.
I don't know about that, but I know they were carpenters. Haven't you read the book?
Well, no. But I have seen The Greatest Story Ever Told, and I don't recall Jesus putting up any shelves.
Okay.
Would you like to shake my hand?
What is this? I don't do that mail bonding stuff.
What do you make of this matchbook?
Seems ordinary enough to me.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
I can't read that little writing.
It says Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics.
Is that your name, Tommy Merlin?
No. But what a great stage name. It had what my high school hypnosis act had lacked, style and class. For a few seconds, I bathed in spotlights on a thundering tide of applause. Tommy Merlin, hypnotist.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I just remembered something.
He was inner monologuing.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together. He's not a friend of yours, is he?
Oh, no. Far from it. In fact, I believe it's the face of a killer.
I knew it! Piggy eyes. Can't trust him.
I have to go now.
Is that it? There's nothing else to do here at all? I mean, that's the way into the castle, apparently. Although, it does let me...
Get away, you silly nooter! Can't you see the load's unstable?
So we'll be coming back at some point.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure. Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Like in the films.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram brought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Okay, as a name.
I heard that Pegram had found a legendary gem.
That's right. It's been the talk of Lochmarn all week.
You haven't seen the gem, have you?
Hell no. I reckon Pegram made off with it. If I was him, I'd go to Amsterdam, chop it up and sell it. He could be living the life of Riley instead of digging holes.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Okay, mister.
I took hold of the grating and pulled hard, but it didn't move. I tried to use the keys to lever up the grating, but that wasn't going to happen.
What's that? Turns off the electrics?
I tugged at the plastic cover, but it didn't move. I tapped the plastic with the lifting key, but it was too strong to shatter. It was a featureless plastic box firmly attached to the wall of the building.
I mean, it's going to turn off the electrics to the pub or something, isn't it?
Hello.
What? I now know the names. Hang on a second.
Sorry to bother you.
It was Sean Fitzgerald, wasn't it?
Hello.
Did you work at Professor Peagram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
McGuire says you did.
You don't believe that damned hooligan, do you?
Why not?
His probation officer could tell you a tale or two.
Have you heard about the gem which Peagram found?
I heard a rumor, but you can't believe everything you hear or see, can you?
Where can I find Professor Peagram?
I heard he's gone fishing. I don't know where.
See you later. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald very well?
I know him enough not to sell him more than 2 pints. He's like a kid when he gets a few beers inside him.
I'm not surprised. He's on medication. For his nerves.
There's nothing wrong with his nerves. He's just screwy.
Hey, how about another drink?
See him again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I'll serve anyone with manners. And money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
So we've obviously got to get him drunk. I'm guessing.
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Oh, jeez. Thanks. The glass contained a dark liquid like molasses, with a creamy white froth on the top. I recognized the guy from McGuire's description. He was real twitchy.
Or maybe I've got to swipe that towel when the guy
Sorry to bother you.
pulls up his drink.
The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it.
Yoink!
As the man raised his arm to drink, I snatched the towel away.
Why the fuck would I need a towel?
Hello.
Ever seen this towel before?
Doesn't it belong on the bar?
Very observant, Fitzgerald. See you later.
Why the fuck would I need a towel? A wire?
Almost as if he'd sensed my intentions, the old derelict snatched the wire from the table. Hello again.
What?
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Creepy much?
If I was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's. Rabbit, lad. That's what gets my juices flowing.
Okay.
Ah, so you're making snares to trap rabbits.
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
Damn right I do. Isn't it painful?
Only if I get me fingers caught.
I'm talking about the rabbits. Do they feel much pain?
You bet.
This guy is a weirdo.
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
I'll see you later.
I mean, why did I pick up the towel? Why is that a thing?
Hey!
Hello there again, mister.
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who, Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. So again,
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
What do you think of this towel?
Now, there's a fine piece of cloth if ever I did see one. Such craft must surely come from linen cupboards and the Vatican itself.
I found it on the bar under your elbow.
I thought it looked familiar.
What?
Bye for now. Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Does this towel mean anything to you?
Sure, it's one of Leary's towels. Are you planning on stealing it?
Just borrowing it, if you must know. Goodbye for now. He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening.
Okay. I could give the towel to the guy outside. I don't know why I would. This is when it gets a little obscure. I was thinking, like, what? Or maybe give the towel to the guy with the hay bales. Souvenirs.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
What do you make of this, kid?
Hey, that's one of Leary's towels. He'll skin you alive.
That old windbag doesn't scare me. Anyhow, I'm only borrowing it.
You're pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
Okay.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Have you any use for this towel?
Whatever gave you that idea? Oh dear me, no.
Okay. It's when it gets to points like this when you feel like you just have to use every object with with everything. It says I can't open the trapdoor from the outside. And it doesn't let me go anywhere else but here. And up to the castle. And inside the...
Hey, McGuire,
What do you want to know?
have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
That belongs to the killer clown you're looking for.
That's right.
Can I have it?
Sorry, I'm keeping this as evidence.
You should have told the cops.
I did. They weren't interested.
Okay. I mean, I'm convinced I've got to get this guy drunk for some reason. Let
Hello.
him spill the beans.
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig.
You don't believe him, do you? Patrick Doyle is a moron and a scoundrel.
Even so, he saw you talking to Pegram.
You can't prove that, mister.
Ever seen this towel before?
Doesn't it belong on the bar?
Very observant, Fitzgerald. Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone. What did this red nose suggest?
Blood.
Why's that?
I used to bleed a lot when I was a kid. Every time there was a playground scrap, I'd end up with a bloody nose. I wouldn't have minded, but I wasn't even involved in the scraps.
I mean, the wire thing,
See you later.
I'm kind of convinced that maybe I need to cover the wire with the towel. Because it doesn't let me pick it up. I don't know if it's worth using some of the hand buzzer.
Hello
on the
again.
man.
What? Hey, would you like to shake my...
Oh no, I've already done it. I don't think there's actually anything else.
Hey!
Hello there again, mister.
Oh, nothing really.
The glass...
So I've had 2 pints.
Somehow, I'd managed... I felt strange. I was about to reach for them. A rash move like...
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Can I have another pint, please?
More beer over here.
Yes, sir.
May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
May I borrow this towel?
You could...
Thanks.
Wait, it says to keep it away from him. Is that a clue? Getting absolutely pissed.
Somehow I'd managed. I felt strange.
So there's Ron. Keep it away
Hello
from him.
again.
Or give it to him.
What?
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
Hello again.
What?
Could you use this towel?
I...
You could make use of this.
Never use them.
It's got to be something to do with the wire.
I'll see you later. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer. It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman.
Get out.
I mean, I think everyone tried to give the towel to all the people. Something I'm missing.
The end of the bar was hinged, like the drawbridge on a medieval castle.
Get out.
I mean, I've drunk all the beer.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
More beer over here.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it purposely told me about the guy with medication and
Thanks.
you shouldn't drink anything. Which seems kind of a bit obvious, doesn't it? But I can't seem to give the guy the beer.
Hello.
Ever seen this towel before?
Doesn't it belong on the back?
Very observant. This.
Hello.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing. Hello.
What does this red nose suggest to you?
Nothing.
don't think there's actually anything else to interact with. This might be my first time I might have to access a walkthrough. Just to kind of get a little hint to kind of continue, because I think I've used everything with everything else. But, I mean, it's obvious that the tower has got some use. But I don't know what for.
Get out.
Oh, no, you don't. Okay, I'm sorry.
I've got to nab it.
As soon as the old guy looked away, I
There we go.
grabbed this piece of wire.
Right. Maybe there's something down the drain.
The drain was covered with an iron grating, through which I could hear the rush and surge of running water.
No.
It was a featureless plastic box firmly attached to the wall of the building.
Not really sure
I
what
considered tying the towel to
I've achieved now. Give the wire to Maguire.
Hey, McGuire,
What do you want to know?
what do you think this wire could be used for?
Stealing cars. There's only one problem.
The local policeman?
No. Nobody in Lochmarn has got a car.
Fair enough.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Does this curiously twisted piece of wire mean anything to you?
Oh dear. Now what would you be wanting with a cruel snare like that?
Well, it's not mine. It belongs to the old guy in the bar.
Ah yes, it would.
Okay. Didn't really get me anywhere, did it? something to do. In the pub. Oh, hang on a minute. It's a snare, isn't it? So I can pull the plug out of the wall? Is that...
Get out.
Maybe not.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Does this piece of wire mean anything to you?
Good God, man. Put it away.
What's the problem?
Don't play the innocent with me, mister. What you do with that wire is your own business, but don't drag me into it.
It was an electric glass washer.
It looked even older than the barman.
Hello.
Speak to
What do you
Ron.
suppose this wire is used for?
How should I know?
And see if he notices taking his wire.
Hello again.
What?
What?
Could you use this towel?
I could.
Here, this wire belongs to you.
Oh, no. Never saw it before. No.
I'll see you later. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
It's not Red Nose Day again, is it?
I don't know. But this is part of a clown's costume.
I know that. Good God Almighty. What do you take me for?
What do you take me for?
Thanks. Excuse me, Mr.
Hello there.
What do you make of this piece of wire?
It looks ordinary enough.
Goodbye for now. Hey!
Hello there again, miss.
Does this piece of wire...
Not me, miss.
Bye for now.
Quite sure. I mean, I've got somehow I've got to distract the
I was about to reach for the pump when a rat...
Excuse me. Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's this.
Uh-huh. I found it in the...
Well, what's the idea of... You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Put it away, man.
Thanks.
So, I mean, I've got to get behind the bar somehow.
No point in phoning.
I don't think I've got anything extra to tell Nicole.
Hello?
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me. Are you okay?
Yes, of course.
Well,
You
Yeah, thanks. Any signs of a...
You're kidding. You probably never even heard of Loch.
So no.
The end of the bar was hinged, like the drawbridge.
Get out.
So every opportunity of trying to do something, the barman's just going to go no. I'm sure the town's got to be to do something outside, but I'm sure I've used it on everything. Why would I use it on the drain?
I considered tying the towel to the grating, but it seemed pointless.
Indeed. Got to that point where we're using all the objects with everything. I don't know whether I don't know whether the different games are, because there's a director's cut and there's a I mean, this is the remake. But I need to be able to somehow get the guy from behind the bar. But surely I've asked Maguire about everything.
Hey, Maguire.
What do you want to know?
Are you sure Fitzgerald worked at the dig?
Oh, yes. It was him, all right. Would I tell a lie?
Well,
I saw them together only last night.
I wish you'd told me that sooner. What were they doing?
Pegram gave Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
Nah, I couldn't do that.
I could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Chinese burns?
What's Fitzgerald scared of?
Everything and everyone.
So I shouldn't have any trouble getting him to talk.
He's a pushover. But don't scare him too much. Try the soft touch. Butter him up a bit.
What do you make of this, kid?
Hey, that's what...
That old windbag doesn't...
You're pretty cool.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Is it going to allow me to get him drunk now? Because that's what I think this has been leading to. It gave me all the clues to kind of saying, oh, he's a nervous wreck.
Hello.
Here we go.
McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught. Just my
hang on.
luck. Grasped up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no, what makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he?
Alright, we're getting somewhere.
So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving.
Right.
He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Package, eh?
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
Yeah. Can I see your package?
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
Who?
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Oh. What?
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, McGuire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
What?
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding my own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I. And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. Well, the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed
Okay.
like a bloody pixie.
Oh no.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. I'm just an ordinary guy caught up in a whirlpool of intrigue.
And you're drunk.
Not so.
Yeah, you've been drinking mucky beer in the boozer.
Only a few glasses. Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
So the box has been uncovered now.
The plastic cover had been smashed by the Pixie's car, revealing a switch. I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand. It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
Okay. Is that the electrics? Nope. Well, nothing has changed in the pub. So...
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position. I tried to flip the switch with the lifting key, but it was much too cumbersome for the job.
Right. Well, I don't have anything else that would do it.
Excuse me? Yes, sir? I don't want anything.
Just give me a shout when you do.
Or maybe... having enough beers and then ordering another one does something? But why?
Somehow, I felt strange. Excuse me?
Yes, sir?
Give me another beer, dude. Give everyone another beer. Let's party, guys.
I think you've...
Hey, listen. Is it supposed to take...
Gulperdine stout is brewed from the finest chemicals in the world. I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh, well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my idea, is it?
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvelous? Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
Okay.
And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
I assume I'm going to short out the place or something.
There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer. I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me.
Well,
what?
are you going to fix the...
That's probably not a good idea.
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half-pint to that man, on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Okay.
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was going to find anything down there was to feel around.
A lever. Pull the lever.
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Okay. Well, there's nothing else in here. Oh, hang on a minute.
Excuse me?
Yes, sir?
Was there a grating in it? It
I don't
didn't look
want
like the
anything.
hatch opened.
Just give me a shout when you do.
Did it? Ah!
I lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Oh! Hello.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
Well, he doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
I mean, didn't the package kind of roll in the door?
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
Right, well, I've opened the trapdoor. I don't know what that is going to do. Ah! I have light.
Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath
Ah.
the open trapdoor.
Ta-da!
It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. As I held it aloft, I realized the fascination it could command. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way! You're not old enough!
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
A packet of chips?
I looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use. I searched the trash, but there was nothing useful there. The carton was damp and soggy, useless. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Oh, hang on. I was going to say...
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Oh, I thought I had to block the sink. But I'm wondering whether I actually have to now shove that on the electrics box and blow the electrics. So I've now got a flashlight. No. That's a no. Well.
It wasn't my nerves that stopped me jumping.
Okay. Oh.
I tried to pull the lever, but it wouldn't move with the trap door open.
But isn't that what opened the trapdoor?
I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping. The slow drip of water barely dampened the towel.
So I have a damp towel now. Here, have a damp towel.
Hello again.
He's still taking something out of his...
What?
Could you use this towel?
I could.
He's still taking something out of his jacket, but there's nothing there now.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Phew. What a beauty. I bet you wish that was real, don't you?
Thanks. I was about to read a rash move like that in a straight... Touching the glass washer would have been like putting my hand in a blender. I looked at the plug I'd fixed and felt a glow of pride. All my own work.
So his what am I trying to say? So he's fixed the glass machine. Didn't he say take a look at the pumps? Could order a beer?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Oh, I can't now.
I don't want anything.
Just give me a...
Okay, fair enough. Is it a stupid idea to show the gem to the boy?
Hey, McGuire,
What do you want?
want a closer look at the...
No. You'd better hide that, mister. What if the pixie comes back? You'll be in trouble then.
I don't believe in pixies. Underneath that costume is a psychotic killer.
Smart.
Okay. I mean, maybe the towel, now it's damp, it could be used for something else. It just seems a bit strange that it was there to pick it up.
Hi,
Do nothing
it's me
with it.
again.
So I see. What now?
This is the gem that Pegram found in the castle.
So that's what all the fuss was about. I can't see why myself. Why men would fight and steal and kill over a little bauble like that.
Well, it's kind of neat the way it sparkles.
Hi, it's me again.
So I...
Did you happen to see a red sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports car, you say?
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car. And what was it doing here? The poor fella must have been lost.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot! How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh no, but he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
That's a relief.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I'd put me money on the Ferrari.
I think you ought to know exactly what Sean has gotten himself into.
I'm not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle, his own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral dilemma. Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in your place and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvelous! I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
Don't tell me. I'm silly enough to climb this haystack.
He strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay.
There we go then.
The stack of hay stopped, short of the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland. I pushed my fingers into the narrow crack. It went back several inches into the rock.
Ooh, never put your fingers into a strange crack.
I inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
Well, what do you know?
I tugged at the lifting key and found it was held quite securely.
I guess we'll have no need for that anymore then. Good, eh? Off to the haunted castle. What's the worst that can happen? What? You're dead. Game over. Okay. Speak to the goat. What? I'm gonna speak
Hey,
to the
Billy.
goat.
The animal fixed on me with an evil glare. Behind the malice and resentment, there was a cool intelligence.
How you doing, boy?
I felt as threatened as I'd been by the assassin and his goons in Paris.
It's worth a shot, I guess. No. No. Let's put a red nose on the goat. Or can I attract the goat, perhaps? Oh. So I've not got the wire anymore. Is there nothing else I can... I'm just gonna keep getting battered by this goat. Electrocute the goat. Oh, come on now.
It was the fiercest, meanest-looking old goat I'd ever laid eyes upon.
Okay. Two steps forward, 2 steps back, it seems. I mean, it won't let me go to either of the... Ah ha ha!
The rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a crying shame. Bit of misdirection. He does seem to take his time. No running, no sense of urgency.
I tried in vain to move the panel. Behind the altar was a carved panel decorated with animals, birds, and plants.
Okay.
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints.
Okay. Is
The
that what
only
the damp
object
tool
on the
is?
table which interested me was a small sack. I reached into the sack, but it was empty.
Oh.
I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened. The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Does that mean? Look, it's an impression of the...
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
Can I fill plaster in there?
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled.
Can I then squeege the bar towel?
I squeezed the towel as hard as I could, but it was barely damp. I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement. I smoothed the plaster.
Does that mean I'm going to have to go all the way back? I'm going to have to wet the towel. I mean, I thought that I did dampen the towel, but...
The faucet creaked, caught. I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
And you've just put it back in your jacket pocket. This is realistic. It's breaking the immersion. Either that or it's a red herring, I don't know. There we go.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster. I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue. The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
secrets. Please say that we're going to use our torch. Yeah, there we go. Not spooky at all. Mont Fauchon. Fauchon.